Hey, what's going on everyone? Hawks21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. So we've obviously had a lot of gameplay videos recently on this channel, so this will be something a little bit different, just talking about the Riftwatchers burning proposal and why I'm in favor of it. Should be pretty quick. It looks like it's, gonna pass. I'm voting for it, and we'll get into it. First, we're going to check out the Peak D post really quickly. You can come, check it out yourself. Before we get into it, I am Hawks21. I cover Splinterlands here on the channel. If you are new here, it would be awesome if you could take a second to like and subscribe. If you see my recent videos, you'll know I do a lot of gameplay type videos. And I also talk about the general ecosystem. I talk about the marketplace. I talk about proposals. So I'm trying to be a one-stop shop for everything Splinterlands related. So if that interests you, hit that subscribe button. Okay. So let's see. So 15K packs per day. Oh, okay, interesting. So this is a new part. 90% of them would be burned, and 10% of them would be held in the DAO account. That, we could then vote to do whatever we wanted with them in the future. We could hold them forever. We can give them out as rewards. We can, whatever we want to do with those packs. So that's a cool little wrinkle that the Chaos Legion part didn't have. And, part of that is Riftwatchers. The mini sets are owned by the DAO, and the larger Chaos Legion, major sets are owned by Splinterlands, the company. So we've only sold about 1 million of the Riftwatchers packs out of the 3 million, and it's been around for a while, so it would take about 130 days just by the burn. Let's see. Yeah, so you can come read the reasoning and stuff like that. I'm just going to give my opinion really quickly. So as you can see, I'm pro. And so the first thing I want to talk about is the main pushback you often see when it comes to burning packs or stuff like this is, why don't we just, at some point in the future, we're going to wish we had more Riftwatchers packs. Why don't we hold on to these? Why don't we, do whatever? Let's just not burn them because, 3 years down the line, we're going to be like, oh, Riftwatchers is so small, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I push back against that for a couple things. Well, one, they've sort of implemented the 10% rule, right? Where, 10% of each burn is going to be held back. So that sort of addresses that concern slightly. But on a bigger scale, how I would respond to that criticism is we can always launch new, major releases. There's supposed to be one every single year. We can always launch mini sets. We can scale those up. So if we hit a point in the future where we need more cards, right, because we have a ton new players and there just isn't enough supply, the next set will just be scaled up, right? We can cover that, deficiency. And it's one of my, I would say, longer term concerns with Splinterlands, right, is, let's zoom out 10 years from now. Who knows what this will look like? Splinterlands, the ecosystem, will probably look a lot different, compared to just Splinterlands the game. But if we're talking about Splinterlands the game, one of the major concerns with Splinterlands the game is 10 years from now, that's 10 major set releases. That is a lot of cards. How is the game going to balance keeping every single set, every single release uniquely valuable? It's going to be a lot to balance. It's one of the questions I have is, there's going to be card inflation. The, specific cards themselves are sort of disinflationary because you have to combine them / burn them to get them to higher levels. But you can sort of override that by releasing tons and tons and tons of sets. So that's one of my big concerns. So when someone comes at me with, we should hold on to these, we don't know if we'll want them in the future, I'm fairly confident that if we have a shortcoming of cards, the game will make up for it. The other part of it I will say is, specifically when we're in a bear market and things have stagnated a little bit, I am always going to be in favor of burning, reducing supply. Now, why is that? So we've talked a lot about how sort of whales and people who are early on in the game take risks, right? There were people investing in this game, buying packs before there were abilities, before there was a playable version of the game. And those people deserve to be rewarded for the game hitting the current place. Because the chances it got here weren't very high. Any number of things could have knocked this off course. So investing that early is a massive, massive, massive risk. But you can sort of take a snapshot at any point in the game's history and say similar things. Right? There's a lot of questions about the future of Splinterlands. I like the direction it's moving, but there's a ton of uncertainty, both in Splinterlands and crypto and the play to earn space in general. One way, particularly within Splinterlands, that people who are here right now investing can be rewarded is through the burning of packs when things stagnate. So I ran a bulk buy. As you'll see, you're going to see a big Riftwatchers number here. These are not all my packs. It's part of a large bulk buy of my paid community members, which I haven't really shouted out in a while, but if you want to support the channel, you can find all that information on my Discord or reach out, and I'm happy to let you know. We can walk through all the perks you get, but one of the big things is you get to participate in my bulk buys. So we did a 8,000 pack bulk buy. These are a lot of people in my community who, alongside me, took a risk, right? We bought a ton of Riftwatchers packs. So these being burned rewarded us for putting money into a game where, at the time, the money coming in had slowed slightly. And this goes for anyone else who has bought packs. It's not just myself. So burning packs is a way to reward the people who are currently here, who are currently, investing and spending money, which stabilizes the ecosystem and keeps it at a place where, when we hopefully hit the next wave of a bull market, next wave of investment, we're ready to take off from. So that's kind of just my 2 cents. We have 2 million packs left. I'm just a strong proponent of burning things when they stagnate. I'm not worried about the deep, deep future. If anything, too many cards is one of my largest concerns when I think multiple years out. So for me, if I get the opportunity when, stuff isn't flying off the shelf, which clearly this hasn't, we've been stuck at this number for a very, very, very long time. So it's, time to get things going, time to get sort of fresh eyes on things. I think we're ready. So I'm supporting burning the packs. It looks like it's going to pass, but wanted to put my opinion out there. Let me know what you think. Am I missing something? Is there this big, awful reason why we shouldn't be burning packs that I'm not thinking about? Let me know. I'm happy to hear it. Again, I am Hawks21. I cover Splinterlands. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join my Discord. Come talk about the game with me. I'd love to have you as a part of my community. So I will talk to you soon and see you around the game.